Nick Astor with TriplePundit.com. I'm here with Debbie Altham. She is the president of Sustainable Dynamics, who are an ERP software provider. Now, Debbie, what does that have to do with the GRI and sustainability reporting?
Well, I guess I should kick off by giving an acronym definition of ERP.
Okay.
Enterprise Resource Planning. So this is the software companies use to do everything from their supply chain management, their manufacturing and production control, financial accounting, reporting, accounts receivable, payable, and sales analysis. So what has it got to do with GRI? One of the things that I would look at when I look at GRI is there is a data collection component of it. And interestingly, at the session that we've just been to, the GRI training, one of the speakers mentioned how difficult it was for them to collect data on a timely fashion. It was something that was rushed together at the end of the year. ERP is intrinsic in most businesses. It's data collecting daily by the second. We're picking up data every second of every day in ERP. And the question would be, why are companies, why are organisations not using that data collection mechanism to pick up their GRI components, their emissions, their waste, their toxicity, their HR events, their health and safety issues? It's sitting there as a calculator. It's a big calculator sitting there behind the business anyway.
So what you've done is you've taken a basic ERP system and you've found a way to incorporate GRI-compliant data collection into that system. Is that right?
That's absolutely right. We've started with GRI. We're looking from a holistic sustainability perspective. So we're interested in things like life cycle assessment as well, where the data collection is really at the shop floor. But certainly there is a mechanism there for organisations to use to collate that data. They own ERP software anyway. Why wouldn't they use it?
It sounds deceptively logical to me, but this is still a new concept. You guys have just launched the product. I mean, a matter of weeks ago. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. We started off on launching our new product on the 1st of July. It's been around for some time. The actual product we work with is one out of the Microsoft stable. Dynamics AX is the product name. It has a sustainability dashboard. And what was interesting when talking to the product management group at Microsoft about this was that nobody was using it, or very, very little usage, and no one was reporting back to the development team at Microsoft that they were using it. What I see our role in is partially to interest organisations in using their ERP to capture data for everything from GRI compliance to lifecycle analysis, but also to try and evangelise to customers who are currently using that to consider GRI reporting, reporting their environmental impacts, social impacts, and getting more bang for their buck. I guess they've already invested in the product.
Now, you and I, who know a thing or two about reporting and also about other things like life cycle analysis and so on, can see pretty clearly what a no-brainer this is. What do you say to a company who's in your in your potential list of clients? Why using this software, or actually let's take it even more generically, why is reporting going to be relevant to them, and why should they add it to their suite of things that they've already got sitting in their lap?
A good question. And interestingly, it's in the US. It's not necessarily legislation that's driving it. It's not government requirements. It's the big guys, their big customers. So I've sat and listened to the likes of Walmart, who are very large purchasers. They have, I believe, they're one of the largest resellers of organic food in the world, saying that they're asking their customers for sustainability information. We heard today about Puma, a European company. We heard today about, there was another speaker we had in our session today, Best Buy.
All right, sure. So they have dozens and dozens of suppliers and folks that are
That's right.
Yeah.
So it's the big retailers, it's the big chains, it's the big companies that are now turning around to their supply chain. They realise that, for example, if you manufacture food, that the impacts, the environmental impacts, are further down the chain than the Walmarts of the world, further down the chain than the people who are transporting and presenting it to me as a consumer. The impacts are down the chain in the food manufacturing plants and really down at the grower level. So it is these big corporate buyers, these big institutional buyers who are making purchasing decisions that are saying to the people who supply them, you got to be greener.
So at the end of the day, once people sort of start to see the value, you guys are offering them an opportunity to do it more easily and more cheaply than they otherwise would be able to.
Well, I think more easily and more cheaply, but they own the calculator already. Why don't they just add a few more metrics in? I can't see why they wouldn't do it.
Debbie, thanks so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Cheers.